Shit, man. I was gonna go to AZ to go.
Hey everybody, it's the
open
coach,
what?
And this is Madden 20.
That don't open. It's just a toy, baby. It look like it open, but it don't. There's nothing in there, okay?
A great matchup
it's like you, it's nothing in there, baby. Or you just shaking it and make it look like it's a toy, though.
I'll have scores around the league for you at the half. But it's time for a little football.
Yeah,
so we'll hand it over to our broadcast team. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Play with something else,
all right,
baby.
Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League.
Yeah, I already know. Go play with something else.
Nothing like the fanfare.
It's Bubbles. You got to play with them outside, okay?
NFL game, and that was in evidence
yeah, Bubbles. You play with them outside, okay? You got to wait till we go outside. On Sunday, you can play with them when we go to the barbecue.
Get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs.
But yeah, bro, we just going to this barbecue on Sunday, bro. We'll be a little family out here.
Chiefs ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
I heard people
Defense is really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
They all from like Long Beach area, bro. So it's like, you know.
5 of their last 7.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
So here comes the Packers offense.
I don't know. I'm going to bring a couple of ribeyes.
They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records.
It's chill, bro. Shit, because it's a 3-day weekend. I'm off on Monday,
not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally
Do you work on Monday?
Ice. Because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy who's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. This is Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later. Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going to the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby. Anytime.
Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Rivers free. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out.
If I can find your phone, I would give it to you, Blair. Daddy don't know where it's at.
I don't think he's
if I did, I'd give it to you. Quick as fuck.
It's
Leave me
one
alone.
of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in the huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's got a first down and more past the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Here's Jones. Jones breaking from the contact. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? Back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's okay right now.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. He's going to have the first down past the 20. That one good for 33 and a first.
Let's go, big bro. We missed you.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, and they go back to Harris. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 57.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They go play fake. Mahomes nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
58. All day, just like that. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch.
All right, y'all stop playing while she's in the bathroom. Let her use the bathroom.
Manageable 2nd and 1. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good.
They gotta wait till she
finishes. Maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop.
And the Chiefs are going to get it.
You see me? They can't stop me out here.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And some room to maneuver. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for KC. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. On second down, it's Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Yeah.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Watch his slam. Watch his slam. 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's go.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes is going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your...
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase, and if you get a lift, and if they get deflated a little bit.
Let's go. Do it.
And now here comes Kansas City. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Let's get it. Let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
It's Kelsey on the ground. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Recon, 132 fighter.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. On 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've
been
moving
chill out
all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And this is caught at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So that's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones.
Yellow one.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Jones.
Ooh, shit.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On second down, it's Jones. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Back to throw.
Come here.
Blitz coming and down he
Use
goes.
it, bitch. Oh.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and
Rodney.
football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stack sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Hey, what are y'all in there doing?
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Yes, Mike. Record. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, go, baby.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Harris. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 30.
No, Blair, you just had candy. And I just gave you some chicken nuggets. I heat back up the chicken nuggets. You hungry?
Getting down to the good
I heat back up the chicken nuggets for you if you hungry.
2 minutes
You're not about to
remaining
eat
on
cereal all
EA
day. You have
Sports.
cereal later.
So the
No.
Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back.
Please go
And
play.
let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Attack! 58, Mike. Hey, watch the slant. Check.
Now Mahomes steps away to his left. And going. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 30 yards.
Signed, sealed, delivered. Allah.
I know we love our
Boom,
jobs.
boom,
but
boom,
pretty
boom,
much
boom,
any
boom,
play
boom,
we
boom,
see,
boom.
we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired. That's a big game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
We love it.
They'll run again.
We love it. We love
And
it.
he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to
We
go
love
in this
it.
one.
Let's go,
Ideally,
D.
they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Packers down by 7, 1:07 remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 32 jet bombers. 32 jet bombers. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure they're...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tano Passigno in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game.
Called it out, bitch.
He's picked off just shy
Stop,
of
get it,
midfield.
nigga. He's right here. That's where we at.
This has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Now Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Blair, be quiet.
They run again with Harris. He's got a first down and
Horse collar.
the 30. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Blair.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Harris.
What's up, little monkey?
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Harris. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw
Sunday,
here.
when we go to the park on Sunday,
Right.
now, we gonna have your bumpers, okay?
So for the Chiefs, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they drop their 7th game on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.
That's why I have my mic off on broadcast.